Okay. So, my name is Alan Liska, and I am the editor of the Wine Blog Cellar Blog. Normally, you don't see my face because I'm not the guy that's making the wine. So, today we're recreating an experiment that was first done by Frederic Bochet at the University of Bordeaux. And his experiment is all about the perception of wine. So, what he did was he took a white wine and a red wine, and he colored the white wine, so it looked like a red wine, and then served both wines to senior students at the University of Bordeaux Wine School. And I'll show you a link to that study a little bit later. And what he did was he wanted to determine what their perception of the wine is. So these were students studying wine, and they were advanced wine students. So they should not have been fooled by just a little bit of food coloring. However, because they were trying to impress their professor, they actually thought that it was a red wine. And the way he determined this was he did a study. He did an analysis of the terms they used to describe the wine. So there are certain attributes associated with the white wine, certain attributes associated with the red wine. With the white wine, you think of pear, you think of citrus, you think of honeysuckle. The red wine, you think of raspberry, you think of plum, you think of strawberry, cranberry, you think of tannins. So there's no way, if you're drinking a white wine and you're really paying attention to the wine itself, that you will confuse a white wine and a red wine. However, with a little bit of food coloring and being placed in the position of trying to impress your professor, actually becomes a lot harder to determine whether or not a wine is the same, or whether or not a wine is a white or red wine. So what we're going to do is we are going to, again, mimic that experiment with a little bit of food coloring. I have some Chilean Sauvignon Blanc, very crisp, very acidic, impossible to confuse it with a red wine. And then I have a couple of bottles of Bordeaux. I've chilled both sets of wine to the same temperature. We're going to serve both sets of wine in decanters. And then we're going to cover them up, and we've invited students from, we've invited members of the wine club to come in and try both wines. We've told them it's for a marketing study. A winery wants to get their feedback on wines because they're trying to break into this market. They won't know anything about the wines. Again, they'll be served from a decanter. The bottles will be covered, and I'll get rid of any trash associated with it, and of course hide the food coloring. And then what we're going to do is we're going to let them taste the wine and then anonymously write down what they think of their characteristics of each of the wines. And then once they've done that, we're going to have a little discussion around that and see what characteristics they assign to each set of wines. So, and then we'll see what happens. We're going to record the whole thing. I promise you, we're not going to make you watch the whole 2-hour event because that would be pretty boring. Fortunately, I've got a master editor. Say hi, Mike.
Hi.
No, I said say hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
There you go. I have a master editor, my brother Michael, who is actually going to record all this and then edit it and not blab the secrets in the middle of.
Just so it's a winery that's coming into our market.
Right, it's a winery that's trying to break into the market.
Or something, so we should, so I guess like think about like if people are going to visiting, Virginia wineries and then going there.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to fit in and stuff?
Right, exactly.
They're just going to be opening like a tasting room? Is that the idea?
No. They want to sell the wine, like at Wegmans or wine shops and so on. So it's not a tasting room, again, not a Virginia winery.
Okay.
It is
Purely retail stuff.
purely retail stuff. So they just
Okay.
want to get market study, and they sent me 4 bottles of wine, and I said, okay, let's
Cool.
try it.
All right.
So. So just grab a glass.
Okay. And a
And,
piece of
yeah,
paper
I'm
and
sorry.
a pencil. And
Yeah, actually, so if you turn it over, if you open that up, there's actually, I'm sorry, not turn it over. Just,
Oh, look at that.
so you actually can,
All right.
can take real official notes
Like a whole
with your
note.
purple pencil, which Michael spent like a half hour,
Sharpening?
yes.
Well, lots of fun.
Yeah.
Is this your brother?
Yeah.
That is my brother Michael. That's,
You guys don't look at all alike.
Red Sox. I mean, the Red Sox lost as we were walking out of the stadium.
It's a strong nose.
That's what your team
That's what's the same thing, right?
Yes, I heard that.
Like it was a late night for baseball.
So we were like getting out, like to just where we were getting ready to walk out to the parking lot, and we heard, ah! And so like we're like, all right, we gotta go look, and sure enough.
We would have missed some actually.
Yeah. Yeah, he still needs a real job.
There's pencils and paper and.
alright.
And I was
We
trying
had
to
a
get her
bus
on
like that when
a
I was
flight,
in
but it just didn't
Tulsa,
work out. So she
Union.
took the
And
bus like the day
Yeah.
before. So I took her up to
We
Union
just begged
Station.
and begged to go
And then
to
we flew
Dostoevsky's
home
estate, and we
that
finally
like
got
morning
them
or
arranged
whatever.
and
And I had to
got
go
the
to Union
permission.
Station and pick her
And we get
up
on this
that night.
bus, and this bus driver keeps
And,
just
but
stopping and
The bus
going
that
to
she
the
was
front of the
supposed
bus,
to
and he's
take
going to the front of
was
the bus
full
and
because the
opening
bus
the engine and
like
taking
the
out his
7
bottle
o'clock
and
bus
drinking, and we're sitting here
was
stopped.
overbooked.
The little
So it
train
overfilled
track, and
the
they're starting
whole
out.
bus.
You're sure,
And then the
you're
8
sure it
o'clock
wasn't
bus
one,
was too
right?
full.
The bus
I
is
am
one.
pretty
Bus,
sure
and it was
it
just like,
was
and then so
one.
she didn't get into Union Station until like 1 o'clock.
This one we had reservations.
We had to make
So where's
reservations.
Dostoevsky? Was he in?
There's another one that sort of followed our same path, like literally they were both boarding at the same time. And that was the, I think it was the Vroom or Vroom.
That's what Hannah
It's like
Okay,
if you
and we
live there,
took
you could write
literally
beautifully
DC,
too.
the
Yeah.
number 2.
Although I don't know if I never
New
write
York.
anything
That's
as
good to know because the office
depressing
has
as
our
private
big
punishment.
Christmas.
Well,
thing.
it's right.
We're
See,
gonna
I have
be
a
going
I have a hard
out,
time
like,
living
I think
someplace
the
beautiful
first
and
week
writing
we're
the
gonna do summer,
depressing tomes.
a day
That
trip,
would
yes.
that'd be a
The
challenge.
only reason
for
I
me.
even discovered it is because that company started doing trips to Rehoboth. So that's sort of where I heard of
You
it.
guessing varietal?
I guessed varietal. I don't
You
know if
did?
I'm right, but I can't. I have a terrible sense of smell. Any wines.
You know, it's so
Yeah.
funny. This had a really strong smell when it was on the table.
Yes, before I tasted it, yeah.
And then you sort of lose it.
Interesting.
I guess I'm not supposed to discuss
No,
it. I'm sorry.
not yet.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. No
They
problem.
won't invite me back.
It's hard not to, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, how many people are done? Do you want to start passing in, or do you all
I'm
need a
not
few more
done.
minutes?
Like most wines, it grows on you. The more you drink it.
So could we add, this definitely is made in the United States?
No. No, it's in fact neither one of the wines is made in the United States. I will tell you all that much.
I take it we're not supposed to fill out at the bottom, like name, type.
No,
Yeah,
but
you-
you should score
You
it.
can if you want. If you're that confident in yourself.
Totally that confident, right.
This is a Burgundy from the.
Oh, you guys are good.
Yeah.
Oh, Kirsten, I picked up a rosé, Provence rosé.
Oh, did
from
you?
Trader
Oh,
Joe's.
that's so good.
How was it?
We haven't had it yet.
No, we
Oh,
That's
it's
gonna be
really
in a-
What's the
wonderful.
label?
Like
So
to.
you're not gonna, okay, guys, you can't tell us
Price,
where
can
it's
we
from
talk about
either.
price at the end?
I'm sorry.
Talk about price.
No, yeah, absolutely. All right.
Oh, I didn't get a price on
What's that?
And I didn't guess at this.
All right, let me just grab.
I didn't think it was heavy enough, light enough to be in
It felt like it was missing one.
If you want, I'll let you touch the bottle, and you can
Because
divide.
that's gonna. What'd you do? Take the label off?
No, it's wrapped.
Oh, okay.
It's wrapped and covered in foil. All right,
You were
so
having none of that, huh?
Right.
Nobody sneaking trying to get a look at the
That's
bottle.
correct.
You're supposed to rinse with water, really.
I'm sorry.
I said you're not really supposed to.
Yeah, I know.
You're supposed to rinse with wine.
Yeah.
We'll rinse
Let me
with
see if I
water.
have a white that I'm willing to sacrifice.
Nah, cause I see,
fine.
I get mine clean. I'm pro with that.
No, I did
All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
And I did it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Looks
It's
purple.
purple.
Oh my gosh.
What?
It's like purple wine.
No, I don't need it.
Okay, you're good.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, I've never seen anything like this. Wow. Oh, you need a new sheet, Kirsten?
Yeah. Hey, Kirsten, you want to grab the sheet?
Yeah, I got it.
Here. Oh, you got one?
Yeah.
A new one?
Yeah.
Anybody need another one? I got two. Oh my gosh, I've never seen.
Do you want to rinse out, or are you?
I love the color, but.
Wow.
Oh my, this seriously is purple. Okay.
You want to rinse out a little bit?
No.
Oh, you did.
Seriously? Oh my gosh. Put it under, like, put your white sheet underneath it.
Wow.
You can tell you're a serious wine aficionado because you have like multiple decanters. This is like, here's Monday's wine decanting,
That's
and
right.
here's Tuesday's
Well,
wine
you know,
decanting, and
Sometimes I like to decant for 3 or 4 days at a time.
Tastings that he did, and he tracked it down.
I liked them both. I'm weird. I like
You
the
know,
first
I
one.
Nothing wrong
The first
with
one I
like
would drink.
I should
No
use
problem.
my
This
wind
one-
up thing. I should put my plug.
Oh, see, I would,
bring
this
wines
needs
that
to be
turn, I
chilled.
was thinking, we don't have
I think
anything
this
that
would be much better chilled.
What? We don't have
I
any
think we
old.
bought some.
You
Well,
know, this
second one?
might actually be good for like
Like a
sangria
box
or something.
lid.
I
I
mean,
think
mix
we-
it
with a bunch of other stuff, but-
for Virginia wine.
I would drink this
I
like
don't
in
know,
summer
like,
chills.
try to go
I don't know, I'm trying to figure out some way to
We got
sell
some
I put it
barbers
down.
in
Oh, I like to
Oh,
see
well,
pellet
that
water.
was
I don't
like-
know, I like to
It
drink in
was
summer.
red.
I
It
wouldn't
was
like
like a
winter at all.
Cabernet Franc
But
or
we know I do
Nebbiolo.
lots of purple water.
That
We
would
got
be.
some of both, yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
They
taste
don't-
this.
they don't- Well, you know,
Yeah, water.
the thing about Barbersville is, you just never want to
She
go
was
on
trying.
a public tour.
Oh, that was on the top plate.
No,
It's
right.
such a
Are you
zoo,
done?
or we don't like,
Are you
you
done?
know,
Yeah,
that,
I heard in there
you know,
that
it's
it was,
simple,
oh.
they
All
don't
right.
taste like anybody
I
else.
taste-
You don't get.
What, yeah, actually, I'm getting back to you. So which is the? Okay, that's number 2. Fantastic. All right, so-
The DJ station, the Cat Frog station.
I taste.
Are you guys
burning
ready for the
grapefruit.
review?
Yeah, all of
Mm-hmm.
it.
All right. Are you all familiar with Frederic Brochet?
No.
Okay, Frederic Brochet is a wine enologist in Bordeaux. He works at the Bordeaux University.
Okay.
And in 2001, he did a study with a bunch of senior wine students.
What?
And what he did was he poured 2 wines for them, and he had them come and taste the 2 wines and write their notes and see what they thought. And they thought they were tasting 2 red wines because he colored one of them red. Yep.
I guessed it. It said white.
And so, of course, since they thought they were tasting 2 red wines, they this is the first wine. It was a Pomerol. Feel free to pass the bottle around. Since they thought they were tasting 2 red wines, they used descriptors that were appropriate for red wines, even though one of them was a white. In this case, a Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh, I even had the right kind and I didn't write it down.
And
I
so
knew it. Yay.
every jackass on the world that says the people that think they know wines don't actually know what they're talking about cites this study. But I've never seen anybody repeat the study. So I wanted to see what would happen. So this is, I lied to you all, this is not a marketing study. This is something I just put together because I wanted to repeat it.
Now it's gonna be on
And-
YouTube with all this.
Yes, exactly.
Great.
Yes, but not the whole event.
But I guessed the kind and everything.
Yep.
I
So
didn't write it down though.
so what I want to read out are some of the things that people wrote. White wine aroma, sweet, smell like cotton candy, like a Vidal. So is that you, Mark?
Yes, here I put on the conclusion.
White wine with food coloring. There you go.
Oh,
Mark nailed
Oh!
it. Floral, earthy, spice, fake berries. That's you, right, Vicky?
Yeah.
Very good. So exactly. And you have a blend of Chambourcin with Viognier. So
Well, it smelled like Viognier to me.
I
Yeah.
thought
I
Viognier
was like, how does
also.
it get
very
that color?
floral.
I wasn't thinking that.
yeah, it was all
I was like,
deception.
Yeah.
Grapefruit and citrus. Spice and then Concord as the grape. So that was right. But floral, pear, again, perfect descriptions for Sauvignon Blanc. Somebody thinks of Viognier Albarino. Who was this?
That was me.
Oh, good job. I mean, it was a Sauvignon Blanc, but Kool-Aid color, again, floral, sour, no body, not much flavor, watered down, which it's a Chilean Sauvignon Blanc. I don't know how well they're known for their Sauvignon Blancs. Sweet, light, tart, grapefruit, lemon. Again,
Those are white descriptors. Good job.
yeah, so the thing was that in the study that was done, and you can look up the study online, in the study that was done, the students all used red wine descriptors. Raspberry, blackberry, plum, things like that. Nobody did that
I
here.
didn't get any of that.
Exactly. No, but and you shouldn't have because it's a white wine.
Right.
Because he didn't doctor the wine at all other than putting the food color in. Same thing I did here. I just didn't use enough red in my food coloring, obviously.
Well, I knew that I was being
Purple.
fooled, but I didn't know that I was being fooled with white wine. I
Yes.
just thought, what kind of trick is the grape propel?
Yes. So I you know, again, I didn't think that if you had a non-coercive environment. So if I'm an enology student and my professor comes and says, try these wines, I'm going to feel like, okay, I should probably make sure I use proper red terminology. Y'all aren't under any pressure from being here with me, and so I expected you all to come up with the right answers, and you all did.
But you
So
also didn't
I
say
think
two red
myth
wines.
busted.
No, I didn't. I got grape
Well-
propel. I failed.
You didn't say you were tasting two red wines.
Well, no, I didn't. I just said you're tasting two wines. I mean, again, I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I didn't want to. I didn't want.
And I
to
almost
make a
wrote
judgment.
back and said red